Hey everyone, so before we get into today's video, I do want to remind everyone that I'm going to be doing a time capsule. That's right, I'm going to be doing another time capsule. This one is banana shaped, and we have a backup banana because you always need a backup banana. But anyway, give me some messages to put inside this time capsule. I will put them on signs and then line them up inside these walls and everything like that. And we'll fill up, these bananas with some signs and stuff like that, filled with your messages. So go ahead and comment messages below, and please actually tell me it's for the time capsule, because I will legitimately get confused. And at some point in the future, I will do a live stream where I put in all these signs and everything like that. And around when I get about 8,000-ish subscribers, I will open up the time capsule and we'll have a little look at what my channel was like when it was smaller. So anyway, with that out of the way and with that little reminder and stuff like that, let's get on to the actual video. Hello everyone, and welcome back to another wonderful video. Today I'm here inside of Minecraft instead of, typically we play Ponytown and stuff like that, but today I'm here in Minecraft instead to kind of just go around this world. I figured I may as well share like a little bit of a world tour for my little arenas world, because I may just be doing something with this world soon with subscribers. So this world, in case you don't know, is a world that I used to share off the Ponytown texture pack. By the way, I'm not finished with the texture pack. I've actually kind of been putting it off for a long time because I've had a lot of things to do as well. I vastly underestimated how many things there were in Minecraft that required, a texture change. There's a lot that I haven't done with the texture pack, but I was thinking about releasing it early, but when I tried to do that, I realized that I actually don't know how to do that. So if you know how to do that in the comments, then let me know. As well, I'm thinking about releasing this world as well. So if you're curious of that, or if you want this world, let me know in the comments for that as well. Someone teach me how to do it, because I don't know how to do it currently. But anyway, let's go on with the world tour, I guess. So this world is just arenas. Everything you see here is just like a different little battle arena that I did for PvP purposes and things like that. And I think it's kind of fun to go in here with some friends or whoever and just kind of battle out and stuff like that. So I figured we should start this with the first one I ever made. The first one I made is this one here. This world, this little arena here is called Prime. The premise of this one was that it was gonna basically be just this little pody thing here, like this little stone thing here, with a little bit of water underneath, so you get stuck under here, and then you can either swim back up or you can find a path to get back up. And that was basically gonna be the whole thing of it. And then I kind of just went a little bit further and kind of built this little thing over here to the side that you can go inside of and traverse and things like that. If you have a bow, you can shoot through here and things like that. I did the same thing over here. There's a little opening here as well, and I put some water there. That water is actually important for a different thing, but I won't spoil it for you guys. I will not spoil it. But yeah, every single map that I tried to build in this world here, I tried to give some form of like little secret to. But anyway, that is Prime. That was the first one I built. After I built that one, I decided I wanted to do something a little bit bigger than something, a little small like this. This is obviously very small, so it didn't have much going on with it. But I decided to build a little bit bigger one, so I built this, and it's not much bigger, but it is kind of bigger. But at the same time, when you actually fight in it, it's smaller because it's got bigger opening areas and stuff like that. So for this one, I just wanted like a little bit of a mountain type thing where you can kind of go along like a mountain edge and everything like that, and fight people down in the ridge or whatever you want to call it, and then put it like a little bit of a river through. That was basically what I was going through for this one, but then I kind of just ended up adding like a whole little mountain that you can actually go inside of, and that ended up working out pretty all right. Again, I don't think it's a very big build, but if I was to remake this or make another one at some point, then I would definitely expand on this little part here. But I decided to give it a little bit of a tower because towers are cool and things like that. This is one of my favorite, or at least it was my favorite for a very long time. This one actually has a secret, and I won't spoil it, but I will at the same time. You can actually get inside this little room here, and if you do, there's actually very good chests for you to get into. You obviously can't open these because they're iron doors. There's actually a button hidden in one of the chests on this map. If you can get it, open that chest and carry the button over here and place it, you can actually get access to this little room, and you can use that to your advantage because, again, there is better weapons inside of there versus in the other chests. So for example, there's chests all over the place, like this chest here. There's bows and arrows inside of chests. Every map has a handful of these. I actually switched to shulker boxes shortly after I made this map. So after I did those, I wanted to do something more natural again. I wanted to stick with a little bit of a natural theme. I built a thing here called a jungle map. It's just a jungle. I call this one the Tree of Life. That's what this map is called, the Tree of Life. So I wanted to do a little bit of a jungle theme. By the way, I don't remember what this grass is called, but I changed it in the texture pack. It's podzol. Yes, that's right. But yeah, I basically had the idea like, oh, let's build a giant tree and things like that just kind of overhangs the whole thing based on an actual tree that I saw one time in an image somewhere in an actual jungle. And I thought it was pretty neat. So I wanted to build something based on that, as well as I just wanted to kind of, you know, stick with the natural theme, and I wanted to challenge myself a little bit because I've never done something like with trees and things like that. So I kind of wanted to build like stumps, and then I was like, oh, what if there was like a fallen tree that stretched over the map? And then I was like, oh yeah, but you gotta be able to go inside of it. There's no way I'm not gonna make it to where you can't go inside of it. Things like that. So that was a really fun thing to build as well. This was a really nice build to, you know, make and things like that, and it taught me a little bit about, you know, natural things. But anyway, let's move on to another map, and this one, I decided that, you know, I have a secret on every single map, but I have not quite built a redstone type secret yet. So let's build a redstone secret, and so I built this little redstone factory type thing. I'm not really sure what you would call this map, but it has all kinds of interesting things. This little opening here you can actually close if I go into this room here and pull this lever. It will close that thing up. Yeah, see, it's closed now. And things like that. Not really a whole lot going on with this map at the end of the day. It has like a little thing here. I can go up through here, or I can go back to this room here and do different things like that. There's not really a whole lot going on here, but there is a lot going on a little bit with redstone. If I was to, you know, rebuild this one, I would definitely add more redstone things. There is redstone elevator thingies. There was an update that actually broke this. That's why these are like, there's gaps here now, because for some reason in an update, I don't know why they did this, but it doesn't allow me to go that height anymore. Like it used to bring me all the way up there in one single jump, and it doesn't do that anymore, and I don't know why. But this is essentially so like, oh, if someone's chasing you, you can pull this lever, and then, oh, you close the thing. I don't know. I was just playing around with redstone ideas, and that was the only thing I could come up with. And yeah, obviously use redstone to light up the world as well. So anyway, now that it's night, let's move on to some of the nether based ones that I made, such as this one. This is actually one of my latest builds. It is a castle, like a little bit of Herobrine's castle, perhaps, something like that. I really like this map because it was the first time I was able to use the new nether stuff for a build, and yeah, basically I just wanted to build like a little bit of a castle with some of the new nether stuff, and I came up with something pretty neat. There's a little bit of a throne. It doesn't look much like a throne, I know, but I tried my hardest. And I decided maybe it's a little bit of an older castle that's a little bit run down, because what I did is I had this little wall here and this little tower here, and it kind of closed off a lot of things, and I didn't want to just be open right here, so I decided, oh no, it blew up right there, and you have debris scattered about, and then I was like, oh well, let's make it look like it was under siege. So I, you know, did a couple more holes and things like that, and then I was just like, let's just make it like it's old or something. So I did that by putting in vines to make it look like it's been old, so you can climb these vines and things like that. A little bit of this, a little bit of a little table that I actually really like because of the way I was able to put these, you know, chains and vines growing through it and things like that. And then of course there's a barrel room. You gotta have a barrel room and things like that. So all in all, this was a really fun one to build. It was one of my favorites. I really liked this little roof thing. This was actually done kind of by accident, because I don't remember how I did it by accident, but I was basically building things and I had like little columns, and I was like, well, let's just make it a roof, and I kind of accidentally made a whole roof thing and stuff. So that's why that's why there's a roof there and things like that. And yeah, overall pretty nice. I like that one. That's one of my favorites. But after I made that one, I decided to bring in my friend, and we made another map. And this map over here is the map that me and my friend made together. So this one is a little bit of a volcano map. That's right, a volcano map. And of course, we got like a little bit of a serpent dragon thing that goes down and around. We got a volcano there. We got a volcano there. That's right. We're using more nether things because, again, I loved the other nether build so much that I had to build something else with nether, and my friend was just like, well, what about a volcano? And I decided, yes, let's build a volcano. And then that one was pretty small, and I was like, well, let's make it 2 volcanoes. One that's bigger. And so that's what I did. And we ended up adding like this big cave thing here that goes in through, just sneak in through there. There's magma everywhere, so you got to be careful the way you move around. There's lots of places to climb up onto and things like that. And yeah, overall, this was a really fun map to build. It was actually really fun to play as well, because me and my friend kind of played around with it PvP style after you know, it was finished and everything. And overall, it was great. And yeah, there's secrets on this map, like there is on every map. One such secret, I think there's actually 2 on this one, but you can actually go inside of this volcano. It's very risky, but we do have a good reward here in this chest with you know, items and things like that. So it's pretty neat, pretty cool. I like the interior of this as well. There's lots of openings and lots of like little sneaky things that you can do to players and things like that. There's actually an opening up here, I believe. Yes, right here. If you can get up here, you can shoot people from there. A little bit sniper tower type thing. That still looks natural, and I love that. I like to make things look natural, in case you couldn't tell. And if you climb up here, there's ways to climb up here. This is probably not the most efficient way to climb up here, but there's ways to climb up here. You can obviously get a good view of most of the map by shooting people from up here. Obviously, you're exposed because there's not much cover, but you also have this little hole right here, so if you want to surprise people in there, you can try and jump down, and you'll take damage obviously, but you can still get the jump on them and do more damage potentially. I don't know, but you can also snipe them from there. Not super impressed with my original volcano, but I think I really nailed it with the second one, especially by making it look a little bit more chaotic and adding this little cliff thing to it and stuff. So overall, this is my favorite map currently. Yeah, we did a good job on that one. That is the last thing I want to talk about here is the borders. I've used a lot of barriers and things like that, so there is places on these maps that you're just not going to be able to go to, or you're not going to be able to jump off of. I think I overdid it on the first map, and so after that I kind of tried to make it a little bit more natural in a way where you can't jump over it. So things like this, where it's like, oh yeah, it's 2 blocks high, so obviously you can't jump over that, and things like that. So I try to make it you know, more natural, a more natural way to, you know, keep you stuck inside the map and things. So I have barrier blocks on these, so you don't have to really worry about that too much. Some of these don't have them though, like this map here, you can just jump right off. As well with this one here, even though you can very easily get on top of this part right here, I did not put barriers around here because I did not want to spend hours just putting barrier blocks all the way around this massive map. There is a border block now that I can use, but I just haven't used it yet, so I may do that eventually. But yeah, overall that was a pretty fun map to play around with and stuff like that. Yeah, we have barrier blocks on these, so don't worry about that if you do want to fight on them and stuff like that. But anyway, that is gonna do it for the video. I did not get through all of them. I didn't go through the desert one, or you know, this one here and things like that. But if you want to see that for a part 2 or something like that, then let me know in the comments below. If you want, you know, to download this map or something like that for whatever reason, then let me know, because maybe I'll make it available at some point. I don't know. I'm not even really sure how to properly share a map, so hopefully at some point we can do that. By the way, this whole little area down here is just me testing the texture pack, and then there's like things like this where I'm just testing, like, oh, building, like, oh, what if I put this on a map somewhere, things like that. So that's what all those little areas are and stuff. But anyway, that is going to do it for the video now. I do hope that you enjoyed. I do hope that you enjoyed, even though it's just not Ponytown, it's Minecraft. But I hope you enjoyed nonetheless. If you did, please do like, subscribe, and share, and do all of those wonderful things, because when you do those wonderful things, you get access to wonderful content such as this. But that's not all you get. That's not all you get. You also get to become wonderful yourself, and I think we all want that. So do those wonderful things, and until next time, stay wonderful. Burning in lava.